Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. Hey mama, how are you doing? I know that this has been kind of an intense week and a half, 2 weeks or so, for pretty much any mom or person around the world. So while things have been crazy, who knows what your current situation right now is, know that I'm praying for you. But today we're going to talk about how we can take this moment and transform it into something great. Whatever the economy may be, whatever the circumstances may be, whatever our family life may look like at this moment. What can we do right now to make this moment great? Maybe your husband has lost his job. Maybe you've lost your job. Your kids are home with you now. Things are shut down. Things are completely different than they were 2 weeks ago. But I want to tell you, and I want to remind you that you are a resilient person, that you are a human being which has the capability to stand back up, to adjust, and to do something different and new. So I want you to step back for a moment and think to yourself, what can I learn from where I'm at right now? I'll tell you something that I learned. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. I was pretty prepared, trust me. I had dialed down. I was raised by a dad who taught me to prepare. My husband's dad taught him to prepare. We were as prepared as we could be, but there were things that were still lacking that was shown in our face in the moment of, oh crap, we might need something, or, be prepared to handle different situations. This also taught me that I've been too dang busy. That since I've been home, literally with my kids this quarantine time, man, dude, I have so much more fun with them. You're like, Diana, I'm ready to lock my kids in a closet. Look, I understand that too. I've had the moments of that too. But again, how can we take this moment and reframe it? Things are different right now. We're not in the same routines. Things are not happening at the same times. Things are not flowing the same way that they were. So what you need to do is take your mind and readjust your thinking. Take a break a minute. Step back from the expectations that you've been having on yourself to be all of these places, to be all of these things, and just be you in your house. Another thing that I've been learning in this moment is my husband and I have not been having enough time together. Since he's been home, we are so blessed right now that he is able to work from home, and it looks like he'll be home for the next month. He works at a tech school as an instructional designer, so they're not going to open up their doors again until April 27th. So he's going to be home like a whole other month. But I'll tell you what, these last 2 weeks that he's been home with us, I feel like I've gotten closer to him. And I'm like, man, I didn't realize that things were so hustle bustle and that I truly wasn't spending quality time with him. To be able to sit down and chat with him or watch a movie or spend extra time laying in bed talking because we actually have the time because there's no driving time, whatever. I realize I have not been spending enough time with my husband. I have not been playing enough with my kids. I had been running to and from everything and just being busy, and it felt normal. It felt fine. I didn't feel like I was going to burn out. I didn't feel like I was being too crazy, but I'll tell you what, when the busyness goes away, you sweep that all off the rug, under the rug, whatever, man, the amount of good times you can have in your home when you let that stuff go. Schools will come back. More work will also come. But how can we see this moment as a gift? How can we see this moment as something to learn from? Maybe this moment taught you that you were not financially secure, that there's no savings, that, money management is something you're like, I need to change the way that we do money. Whether it's we get a smaller house, whether it's we get rid of a second car, whether it's that we stop buying stuff all the time, subscriptions to stuff, like I have to change my finances because we're out of a job and things suck. Maybe that's you right now. Maybe you're saying, I have no idea how to organize my time. With homeschooling now, with how am I supposed to get my workouts in? I can't go to the gym. I have my husband home too. Like everything that I've built and have been working on before this last 2 weeks, which came super fast, you guys. No one expected this to happen. I mean, I didn't. All of a sudden it's like emergency time and you're like, whoa, like I did not see that crap coming. But we won't. We're not going to see every emergency coming. Natural disasters, earthquakes, flooding, hurricanes, we might not be able to see when some of those moments come. So the best thing that we can do is to be prepared before these moments as much as possible. So if you found yourself lacking in some areas, realizing, man, I just have not. So for me, the topic that I realize I need to work on is relationships with my husband and my kids. That was out of the mom training things, there's the financial, there's routine and organizational skills, health and nutrition, relationships and emotional mental coping. Okay. Out of all of those, I need to work on my relationships, spending more quality time and making sure that I'm present and there with them. I thought I was doing a good job. Found out I wasn't. Okay, where did you find in those 5 topics that you need help? What pain points did you find in this moment? And I'll tell you what, we're going to bounce back. There's going to be another tomorrow. There is hope. But if you learn right now from this moment, gosh, dude, the moments in the future will be so much easier. And I can imagine there are some pieces of you that are like, no one told me that I needed to be prepared in this way. No one told me to have extra toilet paper. No one told me to have extra food on hand. No one told me that I needed to have 3 months of finances saved up just in case there was a financial emergency like right now. I get it. And that's why we're here, you guys. That's why the Mom Training Podcast and everything that's being created right now with the courses is happening. Because there is a humongous need for moms to be educated. And more than just how to wipe a toddler's butt. I mean, let's dive into the skill sets, you guys. Teach me finances with a family and as a mom. Teach me how to manage myself and be organized and have a routine and order in my home. Teach me how to cook with my hands instead of just put something in the microwave or the oven. Self-reliance comes when we are truly educated. So I hope you stick around and you dig in with me, because we are just getting ready to dive into some great content as these courses are starting to come out. And I hope that they help you. I hope so much that these things transform your home economy into something amazing and great. You don't want to miss this. Your house needs this, and you as a mom need these skill sets. They're so important to bring peace and joy and fulfillment and protection from the storms. So I want you to look at yourself. I want you to look at your situation. And again, put on the big girl panties. I'm here patting you on the back saying, I'm sorry that this sucks. I'm sorry that you're struggling and going through this and in pain. Oh my gosh. I am here to hold your hand, pat your back. But dude, you got to take the next step forward. You have to take control of what is happening right now and say, I will never have this pain point happen again. Will there be things that come? Yeah. But girl, you are resilient. You have so much capacity to bounce back from where you're at right now. There is a way. There is a way to get pulled out of the hole, either, whether it's emotionally or mentally. Having extreme anxiety right now, maybe comparing ourselves to other mothers, being like, well, look at them doing this really cool homeschooling thing, and I'm over here like, cool, you're doing like half an hour a day. And then you know what? Do whatever you want, because I'm over here like just trying to relax or trying to process or, not trying to get all in a wad myself, right? Here's the thing. Take those 5 topics. Is it health and nutrition? Is it your money management? Were you not as prepared as you wanted to? Or your relationships not where they wanted? So you're in the house with all these people now and you're like, you people are driving me insane. Or is it what is going on? What is going on with you? How are you feeling? What do you need? And then from this moment forward, be grateful for this moment, because even though it is hard and even though it sucks, and I'm right there with you, there's so many things that suck from this, we can learn from this moment and be so better prepared and functioning on the flip side. There is a problem with so much economic push for women and no training in the home. Home economics, which is home ec, if you didn't know what home economics or home ec stood for, it's home economics, okay? Economics, that means you run your own economy in your home. That's what that means. Home ec, home economics. We are not being trained to have our own economy in the home. It's all about consumerism. How much convenient food can we get? How much can we, take and have our kids be taken off by media or different things that take their time instead of being in our home? It's time for that to end. It's time for that to end. It has to end. The pain that you're feeling right now is because your home economy has not been flourished and protected. And that's not okay anymore. That's not okay in my book. It shouldn't be okay in yours. Stand up, mama. Take hold of your home economy. Wherever it is, if it's down in the dumps, or if you're just barely surviving, or if you're thriving. Because of your choices, because of what you know, because of the training that you've had. Your home economy should be your most fulfilling, most beneficial, most satisfying thing that you are in control of, because mama, you are built for a home economy that rocks. The ability of moms to be able to manage so many things around them throughout the day, to be able to be on top of things, to have enough energy to do things. Gosh, you guys, you are completely capable of having an amazing, flourishing economy in your home. Having enough food, being prepared, having your finances in order, being in order yourself, taking care of yourself, having good relationships, being able to cope better and healthier. That's all your home economy. And I invite you to dig in, to learn how to have a successful home economy. You won't regret it. Having a strong, successful economy in your home will bring you peace. It'll protect your finances. It'll protect your relationships, protect your health. And all of those things can thrive. Go figure out what you need to learn right now from this hard time. And we'll see you next Tuesday on the Mom Training Podcast. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can hit me up on social media at Diana Ballard Live or on my website at dianaballard.com. See you next week.